Principle of double effect. Saint Thomas Aquinas is credited with introducing the principle of double effect in his discussion of the permissibility of self-defense in the Summa Theologica. This principle is used to determine when an action has two effects, one good and one evil, may still be chosen without sin. This means some actions may have both a good and bad effect. It is often invoked to explain the permissibility of an action that causes a serious harm, such as the death of a human being, as a side effect of promoting some good end. According to the principle of double effect, sometimes it is permissible to cause a harm as a side effect or double effect of bringing about a good result, even though it would not be permissible to cause such a harm as a means to bring out the same good end. So it is meant to provide a means to assess controversial actions with mixed outcomes. Thus, is it permissible to perform an act to produce a good outcome when it will also produce an undesirable outcome? For example, is it permissible to give a person pain relief when this action will also have the side effect of killing him or her? For instance, a person is morally permitted to do an act which has both a good and an evil effect if there is no other way to get the good effect and if the following conditions are met. First is, the act itself must be morally good or neutral. This means that the act itself must be morally good or indifferent. Second, the person must directly intend the good effect and only tolerate the evil effect. So the intention of the agent must be the achievement of the good effect. Third is the good effect must be greater than or equal to the evil effect in terms of their importance. And the last condition is the good effect must not be obtained by means of the evil effect. This means that the evil effect must not be the means in achieving the good effect. Note that the evil which is tolerated by the principle of double effect is always a physical evil, one which does not involve directly a free act of the will, and a moral evil, one which does involve directly a free act of the will. So examples on the applications of the principle of double effect. A doctor who believed that abortion was wrong, so in order to save the mother's life, might nevertheless consistently believe that it would be permissible to perform a hysterectomy on a pregnant woman with cancer. So in carrying out the hysterectomy, the doctor would aim to save the woman's life while merely foreseeing the death of the fetus. So performing an abortion, by contrast, would involve intending to kill the fetus as a means to saving the mother. Also, sacrificing one's own life in order to save the lives of the others can be distinguished from suicide by characterizing the agent's intention. Like a soldier who throws himself on a live grenade, intends to shield others from its blast and merely foresees his own death. By contrast, a person who commits suicide intends to bring his or her own life to an end. So in these scenarios, it can be seen that one action has two or double effect, as what is stated on the principle of double effect. So in general, according to the doctrine or the principle of double effect, in order for a person to be morally responsible, the four conditions that was stated earlier must be met and applied, and it should be affirmative. But if there is one condition that has not been met or applied, it might lead the person's act to an immoral act. And lastly, we should always remember the moral principle that a good end does not justify an evil means. And also, we should always avoid moral evil at all costs.